Hi kids, good morning to Friday's class of culture. Last culture class we had studied about animal and their homes, right? Did you enjoy the class? Did you like doing the matching and the coloring activity in your culture book? Good. So you knew that no, they have some specific patterns and all. We learnt about different kinds of. There are animals for which domestic animals for which we make homes and we give a name for that home, like kennel, shed, barn, stable, coop, so on. And then we have another set of animals which are wild and free, and they live in the forest or in the water or in some kind of, even those lands have a different name. For example, the zebras, they live in the grasslands. Okay, it's not just a green forest. There will be grasslands. We call them grasslands. Okay, so you will, as you're growing bigger and bigger, you will be coming to learn a lot more about these places. Okay, grasslands, wetlands, savanna, so many places like that you will come to know. These are all called habitats and very special for them. Why are these people living in the, like for example, why is the zebra living in the grasslands? The grasses will be very tall, almost as tall as them. It will help the zebras to, hide and stand inside the grasses, inside those bushes. So when there's a lion trying to attack them, they can go hide inside this grass. That is why they live in the grasslands. Okay, so this is what we call as a habitat. It gives them a very good protection. Okay, a place for them to be feeling very secure, and they get sufficient food also. Now talking about food, that is what we are going to be doing in today's class. Okay, the animal and their foods. You see that animals, they are not like us. Okay, they don't have to have their breakfast, lunch and dinner. No, it's not like that. We have a pattern, right? If you see mommy and daddy, when they wake up, they want to have some tea, and then they will have their breakfast. Then after that, maybe 10:30, they'll have one more small snack. Then again at 12 or 1 o'clock, they'll have their lunch. Then again a tea break in the evening. Then maybe a snack and a dinner. Is it not? But animals are not like that. They eat only when they are hungry. And definitely they don't eat in the night, unless it's going to be a night animals like the owl. The owls do not eat in the daytime. They sleep always in the daytime and they're active in the night, right? I'm talking about only the daytime animals. They don't eat, or they don't have a timetable to eat. They eat when they are hungry. Some of them eat and then maybe the next one they'll eat after some 2-3 days also. Okay, not every day they need to have their meal, but we are not like that. You cannot say that to your mommy and daddy. You have to eat all your meals. Okay, because you are not like those wild animals or like those domestic animals. Okay, domestic animals, we try to feed them, but actually they go hunt and eat what they want only, and they'll eat only as much as they want. If they don't want until the next meal, they will wait very patiently. Okay, because it's all to do about hunting. Okay, so now we are going to see some certain types of foods that animals will have. Animals will have both vegetarian kind of diet, that is they will be eating vegetables, okay, grasses or fruits and nuts, those kind is also there. And there are some animals which are eating flesh also. We call them flesh eating animals, and the vegetables and the green leafy things and all they will eat. So there are two different kinds also. Some will eat both, that is also there. Both type, like how we are. We also belong to the animal kingdom. We eat both the flesh and the vegetable fruits and nuts. Is it not? Yes. So there is a diverse culture in how animals will eat. But certain animals are very specific about the kind of food they must eat. They cannot, have everything that is available in front of them. There are certain things that they eat or they love to eat. Shall we see what they are? We have to move into our workbook to see that. Come, take a good look. Now I have some pictures here of some animals like panda, seal, rabbit and sheep. Let's go first to the panda. A panda lives in the forest, okay? Mostly in the China. That's where you find this cute little cuddly animal called panda. And what's so very sweet about this panda, you know? They always keep rolling. They fall and they roll and they fall and they roll. I don't know why they love it. They don't get hurt at all. You have to see these videos of pandas. They simply keep falling and rolling. Maybe they love to do that. Okay? And what is their favorite food, do you know? The bamboo. You see the panda eating a bamboo? They love to eat bamboo. Bamboo stalks and bamboo leaves and bamboo shoots. Okay? The next one is that of a seal. Seal is an animal that lives in the water, right? Yes. So obviously their world and their food must be in the water. So they love to eat fishes. Seals love to eat fishes. The next one is a rabbit. A rabbit's favorite will be carrots. They love to nibble and eat carrots. And the sheep, they like to eat grass. Fresh green grass. They don't like grass being cut and put in front of them. They like to go and nibble and pull out a fresh grass that is growing. Okay? Let's now do the matching. We'll just do the matching of what kind of food a panda likes to eat. We'll go from here. Do you think the panda like fishes? No. Does it like bamboo? Yes. Panda loves to eat bamboo. It's already eating one. So join the line to the bamboo. Next one is the seal. You already know what the seals love to eat. They love to eat fishes. Next one is a rabbit. What does a rabbit like to eat? Carrots. So draw a line to the carrot. The next one is a sheep. What do you think the sheep likes to eat? There's only one left here. The sheep likes to eat grass. Okay, so draw the line to it, and if possible, try to read what is written here. Fish, fish. Bamboo, bamboo. You have already learned the double O sound. Bamboo, bamboo. Grass, grass. Okay, you can now read. So kindly try and read and do the matching. Next we'll move to page number 12. In page number 12, you will find some more animals like the koala bear, a polar bear, hen and frog. Koala bear loves, like how we saw the pandas, the koala bear loves to eat eucalyptus leaves. It's a very herbal leaf. It has a very peculiar smell also. Like it has got an essential oil called eucalyptus oil. This is eucalyptus. Okay. That oil generally you use it when you have a cold or you have a headache or you have any body pain. That oil they use for massaging or applying on your forehead. Okay. But our koala bear doesn't need all that oil or massage. It loves eating those leaves. Eucalyptus leaves. Can you say it? Eucalyptus. Eucalyptus. So the koala bear loves to eat the eucalyptus. Will you draw a line from koala bear to eucalyptus? Good. Next is a bear. Here what you see is a polar bear. You know the polar bear where it lives? In Antarctica, right? The icy cold continent. And what is there in that continent? Nothing but ice. but there is water also around it. So what does it get to eat? Fishes. The fishes that live in that water. So the polar bear tries to hunt for fishes. It has very strange techniques of catching of fish. They are very patient and very smart animals. They may look very sloppy and they may walk very clumsy, but when it comes to hunting, they have a different skill altogether. Very smart they are. So they will catch fishes. Okay, they love to eat fishes, probably because they get only fishes. The next one is a hen. What does a hen eat? Hen or any birds for that matter, like crow or pigeons, they love to eat grains and worms. Grains means this, I am not talking about cooked rice and all. The grain that is before cooking. Okay, so rice or like the rice grains you have seen. Go see how the rice grains will be. Before mommy is cooking the rice, just go see how the rice grain will be. தமிழ்ல அதை நெல்லுன்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. Okay, so they like to eat those grains, and they also like to eat worms, tiny worms. Early in the morning itself, these birds and these any of these birds, hen, crow, pigeon, they fly around and they look into the ground looking for small worms. Can you see worms here? Tiny worms, wriggly worms here. Yes, they love to eat it. Okay, so hen or birds love to eat grains and worms. Okay, next one is a frog. What does a frog eat? A frog eats insects. They also have a very beautiful technique of catching these insects. You know, they have a very sticky tongue. Okay, a very sticky tongue and a very long tongue. So wherever the insect is there, the frog will come and sit there very quietly, and then it doesn't go any further near the insect. It will just sit there and wait for the moment, and immediately it throws out its tongue. Okay, it just rolls out its tongue and the insect will get caught in its sticky tongue. Okay, it's got a very sticky tongue. It gets caught in it and it will again roll back into its mouth and chew and eat it up. Do you see that? These are all very fantastic ways. Very patient they are when they are coming to catch, and you have to see their patience and you have to learn from them also how to be patient and skillful. Okay, so that is for you, frogs. I'll try and send you a video of a frog trying to catch an insect. It's very interesting. Okay, so you do this, page number 11 and 12, matching the animals to the kind of food that they eat or they love to eat. So you saw the animals and their foods? Okay. But we are not like that. We don't have to be very choosy about the kind of food. We must be able to eat everything. Man comes on top of all the animals when it comes to food. We don't say I will eat only this, I will not eat this, not like that. A man like us, human beings, can eat anything. Okay, so in different countries people eat different. Some are very purely vegetarian, so they will eat only vegetarian diet. Some places they eat non-vegetarian food, so they will even eat chicken, mutton, like that. And if you go to places like China, you will find them eating even more different diverse kind of animals also. Okay, but they are their food. Okay, it is okay when it comes to saying food, it is okay to consume them. Okay, so next now we are going to learn about birds. We had learnt about birds as one of the classification, right? Yes, I want to talk more about birds because we saw few birds, that is not enough. I just want to show you two different classifications of birds. I have some picture cards for that. You will find it in your in your zoology section. These blue cards, which we call as aquatic birds. Can you repeat? Aquatic birds. And the next one will be flightless birds. Flightless birds. You'll find these two in two different pouches in the zoology cabinet. Now we'll go for the aquatic birds. Come take a good look. The first one is the spoonbill. Take a good look at it. Do you see its mouth? You call this the beak or the bill. Okay? The bird's mouth is called as a beak. Okay? Or the bill. And if you take a good look at this bird, its beak will be like that of a spoon. Is it not? It is called a spoonbill. The next one is a pelican. Pelican lives, it is got these special feathers below which allows them to swim or float in water. Pelican. Yet another popular and one which is familiar to you, an aquatic bird which is familiar to you, is a duck. We always say, no, the ducks swim in water. Okay, all these birds which I am showing to you right now, the blue colored cards, so far the spoonbill, the pelican and the duck, they have a very different kind of feathers under their body, which will not get wet, which allows them to stay longer in water. The duck. The next is a penguin. You would have already seen videos of the penguin in water. Yes, they also have these special feathers which protect them from getting wet. Next one is a swan. The swan. It will be mostly white in color. There is also a black swan. Swan. Another one aquatic bird is the flamingo. Can you say the name? Flamingo. It has got these long legs. Even a crane is kind of aquatic only. They can stand on one leg to catch fishes. They stand on one leg for very long time until the fishes or any kind of worms which are under the water will never suspect anything. And when they keep running around these legs, they will just bend their head down and catch the fish. That is why they have this long neck. Do you see the long neck? It's like an S written, right? Flamingo, mostly pink in color. Now let's take a quick recap of all these aquatic birds that not live in water. They know they can swim in water and they go to the water to catch their food. It could be a fish or it could be even worms. Okay? So let's see what all they are. Penguin, pelican, spoonbill, flamingo, the long neck and long legs, swan or swan, and the duck. The next set of cards is that of a variety of bird which cannot fly. Okay, you have already learned that birds have wings and they fly. But there are certain birds which has wings but they cannot fly. For various reasons they cannot fly. Maybe because they are too big to fly, they are too heavy to fly, or maybe their wings are not all that well developed for flying. Okay, it means they would have forgotten how to flap their wings, or maybe their wings, they are not used much for a very long time, that they don't need to flap their wings anymore. They walk around. So the first one in that is a kiwi. A kiwi is a very tiny bird, but it has very tiny wings. You cannot really find where those wings are. They are there somewhere inside it. They do have wings, but they are too tiny and they cannot fly because of that. Kiwi. Will you say the name? Kiwi. The next one is emu. Emu. You would have seen these birds for some time in Chennai, there were farms where they were growing emu birds. Mainly for food only, like how we are eating chicken, right? Like that they were growing this emu for egg and meat. Emu. Have you come across these birds? Emu. The emu also cannot fly because it's quite heavy. So is the ostrich. They also cannot fly. They do have very big wings, but their body is so heavy that they cannot fly. They are very big birds. Their eggs are really this big. Okay? Very big egg. Yet another bird is a cassowary. Cassowary. This bird also cannot fly. A little similar to the emu, right? A little similar to the emu. Cassowary. You see that? The emu and the cassowary, they are all quite similar. Maybe you can give a good close look at this picture and see what is the big difference between them other than the color. There is something here, right? Very colorful here. Yes, maybe that's how, and it's got a nice comb on its head also. Maybe that's why you'll be able to say that this is a cassowary. The next is the penguins. We all know that the penguins cannot fly. That already we know. Penguins, they cannot fly. And the next one is a turkey. Okay. Tamil they will say Van Koli. Okay. They also are very heavy. They don't fly. Shall we go through one more time? Flightless birds. These birds cannot fly. They do have wings, but they cannot fly. Penguins. Cassowary. Cassowary. Emu. Emu. Ostrich. Ostrich. Kiwi. Kiwi. Turkey. Turkey. So children, did you see these two varieties of birds? Birds which are aquatic, they can live in, they can swim in water also. They go there to the water mainly for fishing. They like to eat fish. So they are worms from under the water. That is why they go into the water. And they have a very special feather which is under their body, which prevents them from getting wet. Not all birds can go into the water. Only if you have that special feathers below them. Okay, so that is why we call them as aquatic birds. Okay, then we saw the next category of birds which were having wings but they cannot fly. So you call them as flightless birds. Okay, they cannot fly because either they are too heavy or their wings are not very well developed. Okay, so these two are the categories for you to know as such, and please try to remember these names. We will revise this yet another week if possible. I'll just bring it back again because there's so much for you to know from the zoology cabinet. Okay, so do your workbook on animal and their foods. Okay, I just wanted to tell you a little bit about the birds, but we have already exceeded the time. We'll talk in other videos. Maybe I can help you revise these topics again. Okay, until then, bye, take care.